Hello everyone and welcome back to Teacup Tarot, and we are back with our weekly readings. So we are going to be looking into what is coming next for you in terms of your relationships, in terms of your career, in terms of your life, and just overall the energy of the upcoming week. As usual, you have 3 piles in front of you. You may take your time when it comes to selecting the pile. Really connect deeply with your intuition, because the pile you choose is sort of a reflection of what is happening within you and what is going to happen as a result of that outside. So please take your time, and we shall start with the very first one, pile 1. Hello, and if you have chosen the very first pile, these are your messages. But before we start with the messages, I just really want you to take the time to sort of feel the love coming out of this card. Like, really, in this moment, like, imagine your life being surrounded by love, by all the things that you love, and sort of, picture yourself creating that life you love. Okay, because sometimes it is important to just still yourself and feel love and be love more than wanting love from outside, because it is based on what you create. It is on the basis of your inner vibration that you will manifest whatever is to come into your life. Okay, so please take this moment to feel that love. I just wanted to say this. Alright, so we shall start with your tarot cards, and in your tarot cards, you're basically starting off with the Fool. Now, the Fool that talks about a new beginning. It talks about a new journey. And I think it is especially significant coupled with this card of Morrigan. Because Morrigan is like a Celtic goddess, and she helps you with rebirth, with the process of reinventing yourself, like with transitions, like moving into new phases of life or moving into different phases of your life for that matter. So this is especially significant considering at the end of this month, you are actually undergoing the end of a karmic cycle with the full moon coming in Taurus. This has been a very long karmic cycle for a couple of you. So with you guys getting the Fool, I think that is very, very significant. But for others, I think you could be starting a new journey. So this could be start of a new job. This could be a movement. So maybe travel is indicated. This could be you receiving a letter which sort of talks about, some sort of passing of examination, some sort of employment news because of which you could travel. So all of this is indicated. For some, this could just be a new frame of mind, like starting from ground zero again. So that is what we have as you begin. And as you move into this energy, you have the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands talks about taking control into your own hands, being assertive. She is the queen of passion. So whatever it is that you do in your life, whatever it is that you head towards, especially if this is a new beginning, it is important to ignite that passion within yourself. So this also speaks about a renewed enthusiasm towards something. Maybe if you feel like, your career has been stagnated, or you're not enjoying something that you've done. You're sort of like stuck in a rut. So I see you this week getting out of it and sort of doing things with a lot of passion, doing things with a lot of creativity. This also tells me that you will be taking firm control of a situation into your own hands. And if you aren't doing that currently, I suggest you do it. So this also speaks about, reviewing some things, because, we are starting with the Fool, but the Fool is the beginning. So of course, with the beginning, there is something that you've ended. So when you've ended something, especially with Morrigan, which talks about transition, when you move from one life to another, one kind of life to another, or just that sense of renewal, it's important to deal with some baggages. And I think the Queen of Wands will help you do that. It will help you sort of tie those loose ends and move out of that situation with a lot of energy, with a lot of passion. So this is like you closing past doors and really moving towards a better future. And I think you also, with the Moonology card, have nothing will come of this situation. So this is also telling me to put an end to situations that were not serving you. So if there is something that you were really worried about, possibly it's going to be ending up into nothing, and you will realize you were just worrying for no good reason. So if you are worried about something, worried about some issues, worried about finances, worried about health, it's almost like you're worrying yourself for no reason. And this is you also consciously putting an end to it. Okay. Also with this card you have accept love. So it is important in this new phase, in this sense of renewal, it is important to do things with a lot of love. It is also important to accept love in your life. So this also tells me that this week possibly the Queen of Wands may be just yourself, or this could be another person coming towards you with love, wanting to help you. So if you are struggling with carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, or if you're struggling with some responsibilities, with some burdens, especially with you being worried about something, taking somebody's assistance, taking somebody's help may really help you. And this can be in the form of a person. This could be a person who's governed by a fire sign, somebody who's very passionate about things, and somebody who's very passionate when it comes to helping you as well. So then in which case I suggest you delegate your work and hand over some responsibility to this person, or either take this person's suggestion, because the Queen of Wands can also be a mentor who could assist you in doing what you're already doing better, or who could assist you in sort of finding new ways to do what you're currently doing in a better manner. Also what I see is new ideas coming towards you. Also you sort of working on a lot of new ideas. So this is you jotting things down a lot. So make sure you are maintaining sort of a journal, because a lot of new ideas will be coming towards you. You may not act on all of them, but it is important you note them down somewhere, because they are going to be useful at a later point of time. Okay. But also what is important is your next is the 10 of Pentacles. So what you've ended, it is possible you are ending things on a high note and beginning on that. Or this new journey is going to be very, very fruitful for you, especially if you channel the energy of the Queen of Wands, or if you take the assistance of the Queen of Wands. But the 10 of Pentacles also speaks about contentment. This also speaks about achieving certain goals, especially goals that you've been working towards for a very long time. Financially as well, this speaks about abundance, and especially when you have the abundance card coming in separately, I think the message is all the more amplified. But the 10 of Pentacles is also about family. It is not only about you enjoying your fruits of your labor, but also sharing with your own family. This also speaks to me about generations of families coming together. So in terms of romance as well, I see this as being a new beginning for a couple of you. So maybe a relationship with a new person, or you're finally ready because you've put your past behind. Remember, Morrigan is also a sign of leaving things behind and starting again. And now is a time, especially if you've been single for a long time, it is important to feel that love in your life, to give that loving energy, and be ready to put the energy of the past in the past. Especially, I think you might get some assistance from your ancestors as well, because you have the ancestral energy signified by the raven. We shall take what you need to surrender. So surrender to the wisdom of your body. Now this speaks to me about listening to the communication that your body is giving you. This talks about respecting the ebb and flow. So if you feel like your body is giving you a message to relax, please do. For some of you, you may be feeling physically drained or physically uncomfortable. Now understand that Mars is in retrograde, and Mars being in retrograde does result in a lot of fatigue. It does result in a lot of feeling like you're tired all the time. So, this may not just be you, this is also a planetary influence, but make sure you give yourself what you need. But listen to the message of your body. That is really important. And we were just talking about movement. So for you, maybe you need to get involved in some sort of an exercise, or at least move, walking, yoga, or anything, Tai Chi, anything that speaks to you. But move. Get your body moving. get that energy flowing into your body once again, especially with the energy of the Fool. That movement travel aspect, again, may I highlight that is important. So joining a spiritual retreat is also coming in very strongly. Okay, but make sure you're moving. Keep moving is what I have for you when it comes to your self-care. Now for this week, I'm going to take the numbers that are going to be crucial, and I love listening to how you relate to the numbers, and I think that's why I love numbers so much. And numerology, again, it's such an interesting science. Okay, 44 again can be significant to you, but this can also be like an angel number. Number 8, 23. Now remember, this is a timeless reading, so different people find it when they are ready to receive it. So which is why I give multitude of numbers and letters. Let's come to that. Okay, letters. Y. Again, thank you for people who leave a lot of letters, and I'm really surprised you guys find so many words out of them. So yeah, let us see. Lot of double letters today, and that's because some words have like 2 letters. So yeah. Oh, what I'm getting is uni, so university, starting a fresh course, educational course, so that is also possible. If you're considering that, please, I think that's a very good indication for you. But for the rest, I'm just going to leave it for you. So yeah, that is my reading for the upcoming week. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure you leave the baggage of the past in the past and have a glorious, beautiful and a blessed week ahead. I will see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you have chosen pile 2, this is going to be your reading for the upcoming week. But before we begin, I think the impression that I get is this week you need to be sitting down and reviewing a lot of things. Okay, this is also speaking to me about affirmations, really visualizing what your life should look like, and really thinking about what is it that you want. What is it that you consciously want? And make sure you write it down. Because any plan you have, any goal you have, you may have hundreds of them. But having it written is very important. Because a written goal is infinitely more positive and infinitely more powerful than any goal that is in your mind. So make sure you journal this week, because that is something that I'm really getting. Of course, let's just jump into the rest of your reading. Alright, so we shall start off with your tarot cards. So what I get is this week you may be in a very reflective mood. You may be sort of looking at your past, maybe you're feeling nostalgic, or maybe there is something that has triggered you towards looking towards your past. A past memory, or maybe you find some object from your past, or maybe a friend from your past contacts you, and as a result the past memories just come flooding in. Reconnecting with past loved ones, reconnecting with neighbors, all of that is going to be possible. Also, there is a possibility you might, go through certain old things and decide you may want to keep it, and you may want to get rid of a few of them. So all of that is possible. Your past is really indicated. That nostalgia is also indicated here. Okay, but what is important for you guys is not to remain in this energy. Okay, because also for you is the King of Wands. So there is a need for you to be very decisive. Alright, it is important to reflect on your past, but learn the lessons. Okay, learn the lessons and learn them right, because they are going to be important for you in the rest of your journey. The King of Wands also talks about planning. Okay, and this card as well here, imagination and envision. So this is also you looking towards your future, like probably thinking, what is it that I've done in the past that I should not continue in the future? And I think getting this sort of reading, especially at this point of time, is very significant, because as we end this week, we are sort of ending a long karmic cycle with the full moon being in Taurus. Okay, now that energy will sort of, put an end to certain things and begin a lot of things for you. This is also a good time to act on certain things, make certain dreams come true is also a possibility, especially with this card here being follow your dreams. So this is about, now making rapid progress towards your future, because the King of Wands is a very action oriented card. He is great with all the planning as well, but he makes sure the plans are executed. And that is what is important for you. Now, the King of Wands is about very much a fire energy, and fire energy is all about action. But that action has to be backed with confidence. And maybe that is something you need to work towards this week, because you have the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords talks about mental conflict. And that coupled with the Six of Cups, this tells me that possibly you're letting the energy of the past hold you back. Or there is something that is causing you a lot of pain. But this is something that is in your head. Don't let this become like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, so it is especially important you channel the energy of the King of Wands. Determination is what is going to take you forward, but this also is about following your dreams, especially if you've keeping it hidden deep within yourself, especially if you've questioned if that is going to ever happen. But this card again tells me about some past anger that you've been holding on to. So this week, especially when you're reflecting on your past, it is important to sort of deal with that anger. Use that anger to fuel your ambition, to fuel your dreams, and sort of get rid of that energy. Because anger issues might pop up for a couple of you, because you have to always remember, because that with that lava indication, I believe Pele is like a Hawaiian goddess, and I think she's so intense. So make sure you don't erupt. If you're feeling anger, there are different ways to channel anger. You have to remember Mars is in retrograde. Okay, but get rid of that energy, get rid of that anger, because anger doesn't help us. It only burns us all the more deep within ourselves. Okay, channel it elsewhere, channel it in a way that you can use it to fuel your ambitions, to fuel your life, and to live the life of your dreams. Okay, follow your dreams this week, start something towards your dream. Just take that first step, and take that step in faith and confidence, because that's going to take you miles ahead. Yeah, so let us look at what is it that you need to surrender this week. Surrender to the magic of who you are. And I think you are exceptionally capable. You're a magical being. But also remember, you're very unique. What I feel is, for a couple of you, this anger issue might be about being compared, about not having received your due, not having made the kind of progress that others have. But your own journey is very unique, and you will be living a very unique life path is what I'm getting. Okay, so just be you. Accept yourself just the way you are, and you are good enough. And whatever it is that is sort of holding you back, sometimes it's just in your mind. It's just that mental block. Remove that. Also, from your self-care, what we get is make an altar. So you need to connect with yourself. Like I said, especially with anger issues coming up, you need to channel it elsewhere. So make sure you sit with yourself. The best way that I find when it comes to letting out anger is letting it out on a piece of paper and just burn that paper. Now what we're going to do is, we are going to take numbers that are going to be especially significant in the upcoming week and also upcoming days. This is a timeless reading, so different people receive it at different points, hence the different dates. Alright. Okay, so 29, 11, 11 can be an angel number again, 44, 2 can be an angel number, 19, 28 and 30. Okay, now we'll go for the letters. And thank you so much to all the people who've been leaving words. I think that's so interesting, because you come up with so much more than what I can. So yeah, again, I is really repeating itself. Again, this could be like, 111, again, angel thing. You, N R O, O again, O again. Lot of repeating things today. And T. Alright, so feel free to make all the words that you can. But yes, that is my reading for you for the upcoming week. I hope you have a blessed week, a fabulous, fabulous week, and I shall see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you have chosen pile 3, this is your weekly reading. But initially, the impression that I'm getting here is it is important for you to remain rooted this week. Okay, especially because the feather that you've chosen is also highlighted towards the red side, and you have connect with Reya again with the roots here. This tells me about working on your root chakra, learning to sort of be grounded, remain grounded. The best way to do that is, of course, connecting with Mother Nature. But if you are working towards yourself and mantras is something that speaks to you, then worshipping Lord Ganesha is very, very significant, because he is a Lord who takes away obstacles, and he is the ruler of the root chakra. Om Gam Ganpataya Nama is the mantra. I shall leave like a pronunciation video down below just in case you're interested in it. But spending time with nature, remaining grounded, and really reflecting is the sense that I get for this week. Of course, we will jump right into your reading and see what's coming. Alright, so we shall begin the reading with judgment. Now, the judgment really talks to me about arriving at a new stage in your life. Okay, because this is a stage where you've done all the reflection. You've really looked at the past. You've sort of made peace with your past is also what I'm getting. And you're ready to sort of leave the past behind and start afresh. This also speaks about a spiritual awakening. So spirituality is something that's going to be especially very crucial. This is about you moving towards a new direction. So for a couple of you, you may choose to live your life a certain way, or you may make a lot of decisions relating to your life that could affect your future tremendously in the long run. Okay, but coupled with the fact you also have the Queen of Cups. Now the Queen of Cups is all about emotions. It's about kindness. Okay, it's about doing good. Because I also sense this reflective thing with the Queen of Cups. She is also about healing. So this week is especially going to be very, very intense for you. And then I think the message here of connecting with Reya, with remaining grounded, is very significant for you. Okay, and I think this is really interesting because you have the Queen of Pentacles. Now the Queen of Pentacles personifies the energy of Reya for me. She is like the perfect queen, the queen of growth. So I also see this upcoming week of being of a lot of growth for you. Because like I said, you could be making a lot of decisions, and I think those decisions are going to take you towards a much better future. Queen of Pentacles also speaks to me about balancing things, balancing two things. So balancing two aspects is also coming up, because I just feel like one part of you is going to feel very emotional about certain things. Okay, I just feel like, you have to balance those emotions with a certain amount of practicality. And I think then the Queen of Pentacles is really the queen you should invite to come into charge. But again, don't forget your intuition part as well, because that is highlighted with not only the Queen of Cups but also a separate intuition card as well. Alright, but whatever it is, this week promises to be one of growth. What is significant here is the Judgment card is also backed with the ending of a tough cycle approaches in the Moonology card. And especially significant is the timing for you to receive this message, because at the end of the month we are sort of ending a long karmic cycle with the full moon going into Taurus. A very long karmic cycle at that, easily something that goes as far as 10 to 15 years. And for you, especially if this cycle has been a tough one, you can expect better changes coming into the future, which again with the Judgment card is about forgiveness, leaving the lessons behind and moving on really strongly. And I just feel like you guys are really doing that. The only thing what is important is not to lose focus, to remain focused, okay, and remain grounded with your grounding card and the Queen of Pentacles card coming in. Also, what is indicated is financially, I just feel like a better time is coming for you guys. Now is a good time for you to review your long-term investments or to make investments relating to a long term, like really looking into the future. But when it comes to making decisions, especially financial decisions, it is important to trust like a firm source and not to rely so much on your emotions at that point of time. Because what happens is, it is important not to make permanent decisions on temporary emotions. Okay, so when it comes to making financial decisions, especially this week, make sure to make them on the basis of your own judgment or rely on one person who is well aware of how finances work. Especially a female financial advisor is what I'm getting here. Okay, taking financial advice also will be very good for you. Okay, so don't make decisions solely on the basis of your intuition only when it comes to financial decisions. Okay, remain grounded at all times. Make sure any of your decisions, especially emotional decisions, are backed by practicality, which I think, the Queen of Pentacles personifies. Practical decisions, especially new decisions that you're about to take, is what I'm getting here. Alright, so focus is especially important. Don't get very lost when it comes to your emotions. Especially when it comes to love, I think a couple of you will be reviewing your relationships now. Or some of you may have already reviewed your relationships. So I just see a sense of newness, So some relationships might end, but for others, the ones that you realize are solid and are here to stay will progress infinitely this week. Okay, because there's a balance not only when it comes to emotions, but even when it comes to practical life. So especially for couples who've been together for a very long time, you could be making a lot of decisions when it comes to your future. Okay, but especially for couples who've been going through tough times recently or in the past, like the end of that is approaching you right now. Okay, for singles right now, it is important to remain grounded. Okay, and not let your past hold you back. This is about leaving an ex in the past and just disconnecting from those energies is what I'm getting here. Alright, but it's important to forgive the past as well. So forgive anybody who sort of wronged you is something that's really coming for this week. Let us look into what is it that you need to surrender. Surrender defensiveness. That is what you need to surrender. Okay, so when you're communicating, it is important to communicate in a way that is empowered. Also, centering yourself is what is important, which again reinforces the message of, remain grounded. That is what is coming in. Also, when it comes to handling certain situations, especially situations where emotions are especially charged up, remember you also have the Queen of Cups, so you are likely to be feeling emotional as well. So especially when it comes to emotions, don't be defensive. Listen to the other person. It's important to let your guard down at times. So any response that has to come from you this week, whether this is when it comes to your love life or practicality, make sure to not be defensive. And the last one is connecting with your ancestors from your self-care. Okay, so I just believe this connecting with your ancestors is to thank them for their lessons, thank them for their guidance, and moving on with your life. Okay, I just feel like they are going to surround you nevertheless with a lot of blessings. But connecting with your intuition is also significant here, because you see you have the third eye chakra here, which signifies intuition. So, intuitive guidance from your ancestors is also something you may be receiving this week. Very significant week for you guys, okay? So, just be mindful of that. Let us look at numbers. Okay. 19, 26, 28, 23. Remember, these readings are timeless. 31, 14. Because these are timeless, I have different dates from different weeks, and we'll take letters. Alright, so M, E, R, C, T, again initials is possible, certain words of course is possible, but because you have your ancestors showing up, if you happen to know their names, maybe that specific person is blessing you. Again, you have a blank tile, you can use it to fill out words U and L. Okay, so these are your letters, and yeah, that is it when it comes to this week. I hope you have a blessed week. I hope you have like an abundant week, especially with a tough cycle coming to an end. And I think you should just give yourself a pat on the back to having made it till this stage of your life. I suggest just thanking your angels and your spirit guides as well, because they really help us through any forms of lessons. They help us through any challenging times. So thank them as well along with your ancestors. Okay, I shall see you in my next one then. Bye.